All right, so the video that we're about to watch is a video of a use of force incident that took place in Bisbee, Arizona on June 19th of 2024 that was recorded by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. And they released this body-worn camera footage not today, but they released it on the 14th of May. So only a few days ago, like 4 days ago. And it was of a use of force incident that took place near Bisbee, Arizona on June 19th, 2024. The incident was captured on multiple Border Patrol agents' body-worn cameras. The video can be viewed on the body-worn camera video release page. And one of the things that they said that is the Customs and Border Patrol is committed to being a leader in law enforcement accountability and transparency. The body-worn camera footage is being released on the 14th. Like I said, it was already released. It's also currently being investigated by the Border Patrol's Office of Professional Responsibility. And at the conclusion of the investigation, Customs and Border Patrol's National Use of Force Review Board will review the incident, and the results of the review board's proceedings will be released publicly on the Customs and Border Patrol's website. So I don't know when that investigation is going to be done, but it's a pretty new thing that just came out recently. So we're going to check it out because I haven't watched it yet, and it's 21 minutes long, so strap in. We're gonna watch this, and then we'll probably game a little bit.
The following video provides information regarding a U.S. Border Patrol involved shooting that occurred on June 19th, 2024 in Bisbee, Arizona. Customs and Border Protection is committed to being a leader in law enforcement accountability and transparency. A portion of this incident was captured on multiple agents' body-worn cameras. That footage is being released today in compliance with CBP policy.
Yeah, but like I said, this came out when they says today. It came out on the 14th.
CBP began issuing body-worn cameras in 2021 and continues to expand their deployment nationwide. Body-worn cameras are worn at chest level and capture a general perspective within the line of sight from that angle. The camera angle prevents viewers from seeing everything the agent or officer saw and experienced. Activation of the camera enables both audio and video. However, there is a continuous 2-minute buffer of video without audio prior to activation. This feature is designed to capture incidents that occur suddenly where an agent or officer does not immediately activate their camera.
Oh, wow.
On June 19th, 2024, at approximately 3:21 p.m., an Arizona Department of Public Safety state trooper was reportedly parked at a Circle K convenience store in Bisbee, Arizona. The state trooper reportedly observed a green, 4-door Infiniti G35 sedan circle the parking lot twice before a woman jumped out of the Infiniti and ran to the state trooper as the vehicle sped away. The woman reported she had been kidnapped and assaulted by the driver of the Infiniti. The state trooper issued an alert, remained at the gas station with the female, and requested medical aid. Later, the state trooper learned the Tucson Police Department was also attempting to locate the Infiniti in connection with a homicide that had occurred earlier that day in Tucson, Arizona.
Jesus.
At approximately 7:30 p.m., a Cochise County Sheriff's deputy located the Infiniti at the Chevron gas station on State Route 92 and Green Tree Drive in Bisbee, Arizona. The deputy observed the Infiniti exit the Chevron and travel west on State Route 92. The deputy initiated a traffic stop, at which point the Infiniti failed to yield and drove east on State Route 92 and then south on Naco Highway. The deputy pursued the Infiniti, and the driver fired out his driver window and through the rear windows towards the deputy.
Oh, whoa.
Nearby officers.
The driver fired out of his rear windows at the deputy, like shot through the windows. That's not the way you want to react. That's definitely not the right choice.
From Arizona DPS, the Bisbee Police Department, and the Sierra Vista Police Department responded to provide assistance. At approximately 7:34 p.m., a USBP radio operator broadcasted via service radio that an individual, believed to be wanted for homicide, had fired shots at the Cochise County Sheriff's Office deputy near the area of Barnett Road in Bisbee, Arizona. CBP Air and Marine Operations AMO agents were on patrol in a helicopter in Naco, Arizona at the time of the broadcast and advised they would respond.
Juan Wick.
At approximately 7:36 p.m., AMO agents located the vehicle on Hull Ranch Road. Multiple Border Patrol agents responded to the area, approximately 2 miles north of the Naco Port of Entry. Border Patrol agents and other law enforcement officers staged their vehicles at the intersection of Hull Ranch Road and Naco Highway as the Infiniti continued west to the dead end of Hull Ranch Road. AMO agents provided overwatch by hovering over the Infiniti, and an AMO air enforcement agent opened the left rear door of the helicopter to identify himself as law enforcement to the driver of the Infiniti. The driver reversed and headed back east along Hull Ranch Road towards the row of stationary law enforcement vehicles, then drove into an open field south of the road. One of the Border Patrol agents reported that at approximately 7:38 p.m., as he stopped his vehicle near the field, he heard the air unit broadcast over the radio that the driver of the Infiniti was shooting out his window. The agent also reported that at the same time, he could hear gunshots coming from the Infiniti as it came into view in the open field.
Oh, Jesus.
The Border Patrol agent fired 13 bullets from his M4 carbine rifle at the driver.
Whoa.
Law enforcement personnel from the Bisbee Police Department, Sierra Vista Police Department, and the Cochise County Sheriff's Office also fired their weapons.
Everybody was shooting.
The Infiniti continued eastbound, crossed over Naco Highway, and came to a stop in the field. At approximately 7:40 p.m., agents and officers approached the Infiniti and removed the driver from it. Once the driver was out of the vehicle, agents and officers began providing medical care. At approximately 7:41 p.m., an AMO agent requested emergency medical services via service radio. The following are U.S. Border Patrol radio transmissions from the incident. Radio transmissions are not in real time. Audio has been condensed and long periods of silence have been removed from this recording.
Hey, if there's anyone near Barnett Road, CCSO has shots fired at them from a possible homicide suspect. Shot at the CCSO deputy's vehicle.
Bro.
Took a right on Catherine.
By Deer Point. Is it downtown? So I'm heading that way now. I'm just north of Deer Point. Copy that. Who's got visual?
Hey, sounds like the suspect is a possible wanted homicide suspect, so be careful, he is armed.
Possible homicide suspect.
Hey, vehicle crashed out on Naco Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Sicario. A Sicario type engagement, yeah.
I think I've got the vehicle going to a residence.
Hey, that vehicle's going to be crashed out of Hull Ranch.
Somebody's got the vehicle in sight. He's on the west side.
It's at 7:36 p.m.
Hey, if there's any BP on scene, please advise.
Yeah, pouring up right now from the north. On scene.
His window was shot out. Your way, guys. We hit the fence here in a second. With the barbed wire. Hey, vehicle's going to be disabled. It's on the east side of Naco Highway.
Hey, we got
a unit pulling up on the south there. The vehicle's just north of you off the road. Get behind your truck.
Jesus, dude. That is a dangerous situation.
Out with the vehicle. Is there any passengers in the vehicle?
Hey, all we know of is the driver at this time.
The driver's moving around in the front seat.
Hey, north of the incident. I'll start it from here.
There you
go. Be over there with the horse trailer. We can help with that. Last traffic. Say again.
Hey, if you haven't run
yeah, so all these bleeps and stuff, they're probably bleeping out people's names, obviously, because they don't want people to be able to be identified by any bad actors out there. That's why there's so many beeps coming through, because there's like people have to identify who they are over the radio so that people know who's talking and stuff like that.
EMS, you should probably send EMS out here.
Hey, how many injuries are there?
Are with the driver.
What's up, Iowa?
EMS is in rail. EMS is in rail.
Driver's in custody and receiving care.
Oh.
I think they might have crossed the group there on those last set of hits.
Hey.
Might have already been relayed. The vehicle stopped. Driver's out and detained. They're performing medical on him right now. Multiple gunshot wounds.
Multiple gunshot wounds.
Hey, 10-4, all the agents out there. Hey, as far as agents, were there any shots fired from the agents?
We get a bird on the way.
Last unit, what do you need on the way?
Life flight on the way.
You need a life flight on the way.
Yeah, 10-4, is that still out there? Can they expedite that a little bit?
The one thing I want to bring to your attention is up here, you see how it says 7:50 p.m. and it showed you beforehand like when this whole thing really started. It was evolving very quickly. Like this is all within 5 minutes. All of this stuff, him, shooting out the back window, driving across the highway, stopping in the field, more exchange of fires, all in a very, very short window of time. Like this whole thing unfolded extremely quickly.
Hey, I'll come real quick. Hey, agents down local. It sounds like they're going to take the life flight to the helipad at the station if there's someone that doesn't mind breaking off and keeping the gate open for them.
Yeah, 10-4, someone's on the way.
The following
body-worn camera video was captured by one of the agents involved in this incident. These videos contain graphic content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Don't fucking move! Don't fucking move! Put your hands where I can see them!
Yo.
Keep your hands where I can see them!
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 sec. Let me make sure. Let me make sure that we I put some disclaimers. All right. There we go. Okay.
Put your hands in the fucking air! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Right. Hey. Put your hands up! Y'all get him out.
Yo, he's got 3 dudes on there.
Let me see your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands now!
We'll be over there with the horse so that we can help with that.
I got him. Stay on.
The following body-worn camera video was captured by one of the agents involved in.
You can do it donut operator style, blur and add quaking noises every time a gunshot happens. I don't think they're going to fire any more gunshots in this video. I think they already covered past that part, but yeah, Border Patrol uses call signs for agents on the radio. True. Yeah, that's true. Boycott. So that's possible that they make the channel 18 plus. Yeah, that's what I just did. I think I went and put down the violent and graphic depictions. Yeah. Yeah, everything should be changed. Should be good.
In this incident.
Yeah, the quacks. Yeah.
Hey, we got you.
Yeah, you can see. Hold on, you can see that. Look at the rear window. So you can see that rear window was already gone as they approached the vehicle because he was firing through his rear windshield or through his rear window at law enforcement previously. So pretty wild. And that guy right up there in the front, he just smashed through that passenger side window, it looks like.
Watch it.
He's got like 5 people on him.
Just open the door and throw him out.
Can we get him out this side? Put your hands up!
Keep your hands up!
Let me see your hands!
Yeah, dude, you do.
I got you.
I'll tell you right now, if law enforcement tells you, like, let me see your hands, like, you keep your hands up like this. Just like this. Wide open palms, keep your hands up. Because, like, Yeah, you don't want to be, you do any weird stuff when you got 5 people with their weapons drawn on you like that, man, you're toast. You're going to get toasted. Obviously, you're not going to be in a position like this unless you were doing something bad in the first place, but you do not want to play around if you've got a bunch of police officers or law enforcement agents on you with weapons drawn.
The following body-worn camera video was captured by one of the agents involved in this incident.
What's up? Right here, right here. Back up.
Dang, they're pulling him out through the back door.
Get out.
Oh, yeah. That seat was so covered in human fluids. Like, there was a lot.
The following body-worn camera video was captured by one of the agents involved.
Yeah, he was definitely hit. He definitely got hit for sure. Oh, this is the guy that pulled him out.
Not on me. It's in there somewhere. Oh, my arm. Hey, my arm, watch out. Help, man.
Yeah, that dude's got, he's got that guy's fluids all over his hands now. Yeah, compliance is what ensures that you don't end up taking second place in the local police quick draw competition. Yeah. Yeah, left arm is toast. Yeah, it looks like he got hit in the left arm. They're blurring that whole thing out, so. Oh, they're gonna put. Yeah, you see right there that thing this dude's got in his hand. That is a tourniquet. So they're gonna put a tourniquet on him. Looks like they're putting it on his arm.
Hey, let's cut this cut to her.
See, this is the thing that separates, law enforcement here and like maybe some other location is like, yeah, you may have shot at law enforcement officers, but like even when they get to you and they detain you, they're going to keep you alive. They're not going to let you just, they're going to render first aid, and that's something that separates, law enforcement officers here from maybe other locations.
It's gonna hurt, Moses.
Yeah, tourniquet. Yeah, Mr. Trent says, if you need a tourniquet, you're in bad shape. That's the last resort thing to stop blood loss. They are true professionals for trying to save his life. Yeah. So was this guy cartel affiliated? I don't know. I don't. Maybe they'll reveal it later in the video. I'm not sure.
I can't see. What happened, you bro?
They have trained EMTs out there. Yeah.
So tourniquet applied. You need that one on the leg too. Where's another one?
Okay.
Oh, they're putting another one on his leg.
Don't move, bro. Don't move.
He must have got hit in the leg.
Help me. We're helping you.
Breathe.
Get that? Can't breathe.
They had to start IV fluids on you last year, Lester?
Here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely lucky for sure.
Does anyone have anything?
Could have gone way worse.
I got a med bag. Help me, please. We're trying to, bro. Just don't move. Take his leg straight. No. His leg straight.
I got one on the hole.
He's speaking English to him. He's saying, help me, please.
Help me.
Under my thumb. It's right under my thumb.
Can you dump some water on me, please?
Stop moving, dude. Stop moving. Ready? Don't move. Ready?
Help. Fuck. Is the turn doing its job? Let's see. Let's see. Just leave it. Take some water.
Stop moving. We have another class.
Stand by. Chest wound.
Got a chest wound?
Okay. Help. I can't breathe.
We got one on
I can't breathe.
I got that.
I can't breathe.
Get outside. Get outside.
Dump some water on my face. Dump some water on my face.
Oh, he's got a chest wound. So what they're pulling out, that's called. So what they're pulling out right now is called an occlusive bandage. All right, or an occlusive dressing. Sorry, and an occlusive dressing. What it's for is it's to cover up the hole that's been created in a chest cavity wound, like if you get shot in the chest or the lungs or anything like that, because you're in danger of having one of your lungs collapse if you get shot in the chest anywhere, because there's that pleural space that's between your lungs and the outside of your body. It's not supposed to get air in it, and if your lungs are inflating and there's open air out to the outside, it could cause your lung to collapse, and then they're going to have an even bigger problem. So you put an occlusive dressing over that, and it seals that cavity up in their torso. So that way it prevents the likelihood of a basically, I forget what it's called. There's a certain word for it, but either way, it's called a collapsed lung. So it's to prevent that. So.
Need water.
Water. I'm moving. You're good, man.
Yeah, that's right. It's called tension pneumothorax. That's right, tension pneumothorax. And if you have, if you do get a collapsed lung, they have to release. You have to pierce it with something that releases it with a vent. Yeah, exactly. It's basically that's considered a sucking chest wound.
Here's another one.
I got another chest seal for you. 146.
You want some back?
Just 1 second.
Rotten Rocks, what's up, man?
Oh.
Boycott, yeah. Definitely can't breathe with a chest wound, that's for sure.
1, 2, click. We got an active one. We got one.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes. So, he said, Dark Knight says, damn, why you got to shoot at cops, dude? So stupid. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, dude. If you get pulled over, compliance is the first thing you want to do. If you're compliant, you're not going to get hurt. Anything else, it's out of your hands at that point. There's a lot of people there, man.
Please. A little bit of water, bro. I can't breathe. I'm dying, bro.
At 7:55.
At approximately 7:55 p.m., Bisbee Fire Department EMS arrived on scene, provided additional medical care, and transported the subject to the Bisbee Fire Department station. There, they met air evac services, and the subject was flown to a medical facility for advanced trauma care. Okay, so more than likely what happened is the fire department they probably had a helicopter landing pad there that they could land that aid helicopter, because there's a lot of fire departments have helicopter pads for just such an emergency in case they had to evacuate somebody quickly, and so I would imagine that's probably why they picked the fire department. The following body-worn camera video was captured by one of the agents involved in this incident. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I figured it was a good change of pace. Try to do some real footage stuff on Twitch. There's definitely more options, more opportunities for more of this stuff down the road in the future too.
2 in the leg. Look at his wrist over there. We need to get him going.
Boycott, appreciate the follow, man. Thanks.
The helo is going to meet you guys at the station.
Let's go.
Water.
Yeah, a flutter valve on the chest seal is a good call to let any air in pleural cavity vent. Yeah, that's just one way of preventing the likelihood of a tension pneumothorax as well.
At the station, they just advised that they're landing a helo out here.
Really?
Per Border Patrol.
They told us the station. Yeah.
Somebody needs to clarify.
Guy keeps asking for water.
Grab the gurney.
I appreciate
let's
that,
load and
boycott.
go.
Yeah, this is the first time I've done this.
All right, yeah.
With
we're
this type
probably
of
gonna have
video.
to drill him, so it's
Okay.
it is what it is.
Perfect.
Wild call for those fire EMTs
We're
that
just
night.
gonna try and get the gurney over here.
Yeah, that's a wild call for those fire EMTs that night for sure. Yeah, I'll guarantee. But this is what they do. You know, they get the call and then they respond quickly and they get out on scene.
Get him on as quick as we can, and we'll start working on the way to the station. Does anybody have anything else, gauze or something, just to kind of splint up this wrist right quick, and we'll...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure they're probably... Lester says they're kind of used to wild calls along the southern part of the state. I wouldn't be surprised because they probably see a lot of crazy stuff out there, especially close to the border.
Hard to keep it from getting any worse if we can here.
We're working on it, man. Water.
I got droppable.
Here you go. Please.
Guy keeps asking for water.
Please, let me get some water, bro. How? Fuck.
Yeah, they're not going to be pretty.
Nope. I'm not making it.
No.
Do we have times on tourniquets?
Okay, so she just said, do we have times on tourniquets? Now, that's an important key factor. One of the things they used to teach the military is that when you apply a tourniquet to a soldier or a Marine or sailor, airman or whatever, a service member who's been wounded, you write the time that you applied that tourniquet and the date, so that way the emergency medical personnel know when that tourniquet was applied, because you don't want a tourniquet to stay on for over a certain period of time. Now, I can't remember off the top of my head exactly how long that time is, but it could become potentially problematic for that limb if a tourniquet is on there for too long. So he's got hours and hours before losing those limbs. Yeah, he's got hours and hours. Yeah, it's more than likely yes. I mean, they just applied it. It's at this point, it's like 22:56 over there is what it looks like. So he's got plenty of time because it haven't been on there that long. I mean, I've heard of people having tourniquets on there for over 10 hours, sometimes longer, but that's one of the reasons why they're asking, just in case people were curious. Said Lester says, last winter they had a guy fall on the south side who broke his ankle and had the bone sticking through his skin. He was out there almost 24 hours before he got medical attention. Jesus. Yeah, that's dangerous, man. It's dangerous.
It should be with our dispatch.
Yeah, it's noted on our call by our time.
Yeah, the 10-hour thing, that's somewhere around what I heard as well.
So he's got 2 to the chest, 1 to the wrist, tourniquet on leg and arm.
Okay.
He's got pressure dressings, no IVs. We're going to have to drill him most likely.
Okay. Yeah,
because of the trauma.
I couldn't find
He's
any
bleeding
water.
out because he keeps complaining of thirst, so we need
1944 with the tourniquet.
We're trying to just secure this wrist right quick because it's hanging on by skin.
Okay.
I don't want him to open another arterial.
Yeah. Ma'am, 1944 was a tourniquet.
Okay, both of them?
Yeah, but about the same time.
All right.
1944.
Write that down somewhere.
1944.
So at this point, it'd be on for about, it had been about, based on what he's saying, if the top time, 22:57:34 is correct, that means that those tourniquets had been on there for about 3 hours.
Confirmed helipadded station, right? Yeah, helipadded station. Somebody's going to keep the gate open for you guys. Yeah.
Please, water, bro.
South entrance.
Con, yeah, so the Border Patrol agent, so this guy fired through the rear of his car at Border Patrol and at the law enforcement, and they returned fire and impacted.
Please.
No water.
Why? He said I love it. I really need some. But I can't. I can't even get a full breath, bro. Ow.
Relax.
Ow. Ow. I got it right here. Ow. Ow.
We probably need to start setting up everything we can for an intubation as soon as the flight crew gets here as well.
Okay. Ow. Some water, please.
Hey, roll.
Anything out the barrel.
One on the back, and maybe
down here. Okay. Maybe in there.
Go ahead and then leave the bed.
Ready? Water, please. Before we get in the car, please.
Body will probably, he'll probably reject the water if you start drinking it right now.
Where you want this at, man?
There's little cars. And then go ahead and take. Oh, sorry.
I don't know how to do this.
Okay.
Should be underneath.
Right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right here.
Okay, just tighten that up for me.
There you go.
All
right.
Virginia, please. Water.
Okay.
Yeah, so Boycott brings up a good point. They said, did they say drill him out? That may refer to putting a line in his tibia so they can get more fluids directly into his bloodstream. Yeah, I think they were definitely saying that, which would lead me to believe that they're trying to get him fluids through an IV.
Okay. If you guys want to carry him, I'll get the ambulance set up.
Let's go.
Where's the tight on this?
Right down on the right hand side. Right hand side. Right hand side. There you go.
Sorry, dude.
You good. You good.
All right. That's fine.
Yep. All right. Ready? Arms whenever you guys are ready.
Ready? One, two, three. On you guys.
What do you want to do? We're going to
Yep.
Hey. I'm falling off.
You're good. You're not falling off.
Help.
You're not falling off, dude. We got you.
One front. One feet.
Go.
I got him.
Help. Wire on the ground.
Where at?
Right here.
Okay.
Boycott says, I imagine it is saw it done on an infant when I was getting EMT cert ages ago because they couldn't establish an IV line. Yeah, well, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's harder establishing an IV line on infants because it's harder to find the right place. I don't know. I've never been an EMT, so I don't know, and I've definitely never done any type of like emergency medical care on kids before or anything like that. But all right, let's see here. Subject was identified as a 27-year-old U.S. citizen. Okay, so this guy was not an illegal. He was not an illegal immigrant. He was a 27-year-old U.S. citizen. He was speaking very perfect English the entire time that he was there.
The subject was identified as a 27-year-old U.S. citizen. At the scene, 2 9mm handguns, methamphetamine, and...
Oh, geez. 2 9mm handguns and all that stuff were recovered from inside the subject's vehicle.
And fentanyl pills were recovered from inside the subject's vehicle. The Arizona Department of Public Safety, CBP Office of Professional Responsibility, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Department of Homeland Security Office of Inspector General responded to the scene. Arizona DPS has concluded their investigation into this incident, and the Cochise County Attorney's Office is pursuing state felony charges that included aggravated assault, kidnapping, possession of narcotic drugs for sale, misconduct involving weapons, and unlawful flight from a law enforcement vehicle. This incident has been reviewed by CBP's National Use of Force Review Board. CBP OPR has concluded their investigation. Links to this video, as well as public statements about this and other incidents and key accountability-related policies and data, can be found online at cbp.gov/transparency.
There's some key lessons that can be learned from this. First and foremost being, don't ever not be compliant with law enforcement when they're trying to pull you over. Obviously this guy was in possession of a bunch of illegal stuff, so that's why he did this, which is what criminals tend to do, because like if you don't have anything to worry about, then you don't need to be fleeing. But I mean, that dude's lucky to be alive, and like they rendered aid, they kept him alive, and they executed that very professionally, especially considering the fact that he was discharging firearms in their direction and like through his window and all that stuff. Like pretty nuts.